Hey guys, welcome back to the Fragrance Wardrobe. Today I'm going to review a 2020 release. It is going to be Mont Blanc's Legend Eau de Parfum. Now everybody's smelled, or I think almost everyone has smelled the Eau de Toilette. So I think everyone has smelled the Eau de Toilette. Looks like that. This is the Eau de Parfum. I haven't seen a whole lot of reviews on this. I did pick it up maybe a month or two ago. Giving it a couple wearings now. It's my scent of the day today, and I feel comfortable reviewing it and giving you guys my rundown. So we'll go ahead and get into that. But before we do, I'll remind you guys, if you like this type of content, you like this video, give the video a like. Also, consider subscribing, ring the bell for notifications, and let's go and get into this. Okay, here we have our box right there. Info like that. Yeah, there's the box. Okay, the bottle presentation, same type of glass bottle and everything as the Eau de Toilette, although I do like this presentation a little bit more because Mont Blanc is like a pen company, and this does look kind of like a bottle of ink, like black ink. See there? Yeah, looks like that to me anyway. The cap is going to be snap on, snap off, and your atomizer will look like this. Decent puff, decent scent. All right, let's get into the scent. Now this one, I have heard a couple people say it is going to be redundant to own both. In my first impression, I said I didn't think it would. Today, after wearing it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, I'm thinking maybe a little bit. So this one right here, you have bergamot, you have violet leaves, woody notes. There's leather in this one. You also have magnolia and oak moss. Now, the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum, they do share, you know, a bunch of notes together. Now, what the Eau de Toilette has that this one does not, you don't have the pineapple note in this one. You don't have those dried fruit notes in this one. Let's see what else. You don't have lavender, and you do in the Eau de Toilette. Now, this one adds leather in there. This one I don't think has sandalwood either, and I think the Eau de Toilette does. This one, it does add leather, which the Eau de Toilette does not have. So on the initial impression, when I said I think that it might be not redundant to own both, I was basing that off of course, the opening, that initial impression you would get if you were at the mall or something like that. Now, on the opening, I do pick up differences. This one to me does smell a little bit darker, a little bit more, I'm not going to say it's refined because it's still Legend. It's not really a refined type of scent, but yeah, it's very synthetic. So put that out there. Both of them are very synthetic. Now, it does kind of come across a little bit darker, maybe a little bit richer on the opening. And this one is a little more subdued, where the Eau de Toilette is a little lighter, a little brighter, and kind of projects a little bit more. It's a little bit louder off the skin. But on the Drydown, this one I think kind of shines because the opening that you get off the Eau de Toilette, it kind of burns off pretty quickly, maybe about an hour, and then it's pretty rapidly kind of burning down, settling down, where the Eau de Parfum, the way it performs on my skin is kind of what you get in that opening. I mean, the opening is going to be a little bit more projection than the Drydown, but it's pretty even from opening to the mid and the Drydown and all of that. So it's not going to have a huge performance transition. Whereas the Eau de Toilette, very noticeable, like that first 30 minutes to an hour, that's when you get like that great scent, and then it starts fading off. Where this one is pretty consistent. On the scent, like I said in the opening, like I said, on the scent in the opening, I do detect differences. You may or may not. Some people I think will. Some people that smell a lot of fragrances, I'll probably detect some differences in that opening. But when we get to the Drydown, pretty similar. And I actually have both on. I have the Eau de Toilette here, the Eau de Parfum here, and I'm wearing the Eau de Parfum up here as well. So yeah, on the Drydown, I feel like the scent is quite similar, even though this one does not have the pineapple, it doesn't have the dried fruits, it adds leather. I feel like the Drydown is pretty similar. I think that might be because in the opening of the Eau de Toilette, you are getting that pineapple, you are getting those dried citrus fruits, and then they burn off. And what you're left with is kind of something really, really similar to this. So Drydown, pretty similar. Might be a little bit redundant unless you like the difference in the opening. Now the performance is where this one does kind of take a turn, and where I do kind of think it's worth picking up. So is it worth picking up? Yes and no. Personally, I think if they would have made the Eau de Toilette a more powerful, maybe more longevity type of a fragrance, then you wouldn't even need this flanker. But because it's a 4 to 6 hour performer, you did have to bring out the Eau de Parfum to up that performance. The projection on this one, it's pretty decent. I'd say 4 to 5 feet or so. Yeah, about 4 to 5 feet in the first hour to hour and a half. Now, the longevity is where the big differences in the performance come in. Eau de Toilette, you're looking at 4 to 6 hours, depending on your skin chemistry. This one, looking at more like 6 to 8 hours. So you're going from kind of a low performer to more of a mid-range performer with the Eau de Parfum. And it depends if the difference in performance and that slight difference in the 30-minute opening is worth you owning both. So for you, that might make it not redundant, whereas for someone else, the Drydown being so similar, like almost identical, it's going to make it redundant for you. So that's going to be a personal decision for you guys to make. Personally, I collect Mont Blanc, I collect Legend, and I'm glad I picked it up. I did pay full retail for this because I couldn't find it on a discounter. So I paid like $90-something for this. I way overpaid. Now, you can find it on one discounter that I've been able to search. I checked right before filming this, and Fragrance X does not have it. Fragrance Net does not have it, but Fragrance Buy does have it, and for a decent price. They are pricing it at, I think, $51 for 100 ml. So that's 51 US. Is it worth $51 US for 100 ml? I think it is. And of course, it's going to depend on what type of style of fragrance you like. This one, it's going to be kind of a fresh synthetic type of fragrance. If you like that, if you like a synthetic fragrance, if you like something fresh and synthetic that lasts 6 to 8 hours, yeah, it's worth $51. I think the scent and the upped performance makes it worth $51 for the 100 ml. So you're looking at about 50 cents a ml, and I'm comfortable paying that. So times to wear this one, kind of the same as the Eau de Toilette, spring, fall, and you could probably get away with it in the summer as well. Personally, I think both of them are pretty much like versatile fragrances where you can get away with them year round. Now, it might be a little bit cloying in the high heat, but spring, fall, definitely. And to be honest with you, I would wear this in the summer. I don't think I would have an issue wearing it in the summertime. So pretty versatile. If this was informative for you, hopefully, if you've been thinking about this, maybe you own the other one or you're looking to pick up one or the other, I'd pick up the Eau de Parfum if I didn't own either and I only wanted one. Hopefully this was informative, and if it was, please give the video a like. Also, if you like this type of fragrance related content, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you get notified when I have new videos coming out. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys with the next video.